So I'm sorry, I'm back. But Virgo moon does not want to get too pulled out there to sea, up on the ocean, you know, to where it's hard to come back in. It's like, okay, we out here, we heading too close, you know, out, drifting too far out in the ocean. And we, you know, even though we got this life jacket on, the life vest, we got the floaty, pretty soon, if we drift too far out there, we can't, that's not even gonna be able to save us. And Virgo moon don't like that, the thought of that. This sometimes being involved with Pisces moon is like Virgo moon drifting out to sea, and this with little protection and no way to come back, going out, just drifting out to sea. And this really spikes up a lot of worry-ration and anxiety for Virgo moon. It just does, you know, it just does. There's no amount of you can communicate as much as you want, and then you got to try to tell Pisces moon like, hey, you know, I don't feel safe. You know, I don't even think that, and this is the other problem with oppositions, I don't even think that Virgo moon could really even voice that. I think a lot of people wouldn't be able to, because they'll be like really vulnerable, you know. But they're like, listen, I don't know, this don't feel safe. Like, I'm scared. This don't make sense. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't know what we're doing. It's always this anxiety, or there's always this worry-ration, you know, that pops up with Virgo moon dealing with Pisces moon. And Pisces moon, for the life of it, doesn't understand why Virgo moon is bursting their bubble. Because even though we could say all day long that Pisces energy is like delusional sometimes, or illusional sometimes, and they lack common sense and they wear their emotions over that, we could say that, but that's not always true. Like, a lot of times, you know, what it is Pisces is definitely connected to the spiritual, more intuitive. So there'll be some certain things that Pisces moon is doing, and it's not going to be able to explain logically to somebody or communicate. You know how there's some things that when you say it, you know, you're going to be like, okay, you might, let's say you have an experience and you're like, oh my God, because I know that I had this experience and it was true, but how do I tell this to other people? How do I explain this ish to other people without them thinking I'm crazy or without them questioning? That's too much. Pisces moon wants Virgo moon to trust it sometimes. Just like, chill, stop, like, quit asking me all these questions, quit with the, you know, constantly picking stuff out, and like, quit, just trust me sometimes. And when Virgo moon doesn't, Pisces moon feels spited. You know what I'm saying? Because Pisces moon starts to feel like, okay, so what are you trying to say? Like, are you trying to say I'm stupid? Are you trying to say what? Like, I don't know no better? Like, like, dude, I'm just living my life. And you can't control that. Because Virgo moon is going to listen to Pisces one good time, Pisces moon, and be like, okay, nah. Because I'm about to show you all the reasons why that don't make sense and why you can't do that, or why you shouldn't do that. Because we're wasting money. You know, how do we know we're going to get a return on this or that? Another thing too, Virgo moon could work. Be working. Pisces moon, depending on the sun sign or whatever, could work, but be in and out of work, or not be fully present at work. You see what I'm saying? And Virgo moon is like, okay, so what do you expect is gonna happen? Like, I'm not gonna keep going to pick up behind you. Now, I'm gonna tell you how this can work is if Virgo moon likes the fact that it can go pick up behind Pisces moon and do things that maybe it has a little bit more control over, and that Pisces moon, it might like the fact that Pisces moon can depend on them, because it makes Virgo moon feel valuable. Like, okay, I have something that you can't get from somebody else. And you have to understand too that Pisces moon is going to try to take care of their partners as well. Pisces moon is gonna, but guess what? Here goes the trick. here goes the flip side, is going to do it in its own way. So taking care of the significant one or loved one, partner, kid, or whatever, it could look like, you know, well, you know what, you're hungry, okay, cause I could go fix the sandwiches for you. You know, I could fix the sandwiches for you. You see what I'm saying? It can whatever. It just depends on what Pisces moon feels like it needs to provide for the partner in order to support it. And Pisces moon could be very romantic, and Pisces moon could be very, you know, dreamy, and could be a very good date, you know, like know how to date people, know how to be emotionally available, could treat you really good. Virgo moon may have a problem with accepting this because they'll be more critical and then and less trusting of the situation, because Virgo moon is going to be like, okay, well, okay, you know, they may even be wanting to, you know, be vulnerable and open to the mushy stuff, but it's hard for them to at the same time because they don't know how to they're like, okay, how am I even supposed to feel this? You would have a good chance though if this is like a water sign, sun or something like that in Virgo moon. But listen, if you can, we got opposites attract here. So these two can present to the other one. I feel like this is why it's scary. These two can present to the other one things and experiences that they both lack but want, lack but need. But the whole thing is they have to trust each other, being themselves. Each other being each other's self. You have to trust each other and what each individual brings to the relationship and has to offer, so that they can get out of the way and let the relationship develop. Other than that, you get one or the other interfering. And Pisces moon can be very sensitive and emotionally act out when, you know, they feel like when they get into an argument with Virgo moon, or they feel like Virgo moon is interjecting or pointing out stuff that they did. You know, Pisces moon don't like that. Pisces moon is like, well, why are you pointing out stuff that I did or that happened? You know, like, why do you keep talking and saying stuff back? And why do you keep like going against me? And Virgo moon is like, I'm not going against you. I'm just telling you what happened. Like, I have a right to how I feel too. Like, sometimes it's hard coming together emotionally and seeing that you're on each other's side or each other's team. When they do come together, and there's definitely going to be instances though where anger fuels, especially anger fuels Pisces. And if Virgo moon keep talking and gapping, Pisces moon is going to, you know, bring it to them. You know what I'm saying? Pisces moon going to be reactive emotionally, you see? And, you know, it's, so they keep bringing these blocks in because it's like the lack of trust is in there, and each one of them is trying to defend their feelings. Well, you did this. Well, you can't tell me what to do. Well, you can't tell me I can't do. Well, you can't tell me how to feel. Well, you did this to me for nothing. And the only thing I was saying was, and so they're, you know, they need the mediator. You know, Virgo moon is just like, man, I'm just chilling. And here comes Pisces moon with this riffraff. Like, I don't understand it. And Pisces moon, it could be like a lack of conscious understanding. For some reason with oppositions, the baseline understanding is there, but it's too other stuff. You get too much personal feelings and stuff involved to get that the other person is just acting the way that they act. So what can they do? It's, you know, I'm just gonna say Pisces moon could be, you know, more open. Pisces moon could be more open to trusting Virgo moon could be open to trusting Pisces moon's process, and, you know, understanding like they're going to be supported, you know, and understanding that Pisces moon is going to be emotional and maybe even demonstrate it. Pisces moon can understand that Virgo moon needs a little bit more validity, like Virgo moon needs purpose behind why it's doing something, and then sometimes a little bit of notice, like a plan. They don't want to keep going back and forth emotionally. You know, Virgo moon is like, but what you, bottom line, this happened. What are you talking about? Okay, so this has been Virgo moon and Pisces moon sign compatibility. I'm done with Virgo, baby. Bring on Libra.